Aidan here with another Deserts of Kharak cast, this time a 2v2 on Firebase Kriil. We're here on the south side of the map. In the purple and yellow is BBI Iain, the community manager for BBI. His teammate today, playing as the Coalition, is Aidan in the white and gray, and I should mention that Iain is playing as Coalition as well. And then on the opposing team, on the other side of Firebase Kriil, is yours truly in the purple and black Gaalsien, and then Aidan in the white and gray Coalition, which means that I actually messed up. This is in fact not Aidan, this is Wicked Shifty in the gray and yellow. The Firebase Kriil is an interesting map. We have a little bit of a ridge here in the middle, and then some areas, high ground areas up here where you can put rail guns that have good line of sight and are able to shoot around targets that are far away. So we do have all the base runners making it towards the middle of the game, sorry, the middle of the map. I'm going to be building some sand skimmers out of my production cruiser. Looks like Iain is also building some light attack vehicles and bringing them towards the center of the map. I put out a scanner just so we could see what is coming. Aidan over here is already going for a greedy opening, going right to the wrecked bulkhead, and in the middle, my skimmers are going to engage BBI Iain's light attack vehicles, and those came in one at a time, so I should be able to clean up this attack right here without issue and hold it off for the moment. Wicked Shifty also did sort of a greedy opening, building a support cruiser right over here so that his salvagers could drop it off immediately, and then moved his carrier up towards the next resourcing unit, and it's going to start getting those. Wicked is going to have a AV production up momentarily, as is Iain. Railguns coming up for Aidan, no surprise there, as Aidan is a Soban with the good railguns, and I'm researching assault ships. We're going to have some more skirmishing going on up here over these base runners. I am going to bring in my skimmers here, going to try and kill this base runner, but Wicked's bringing up the carrier over here, putting power into the turret, so in combination with BBI's light attack vehicles, that should be able to push my skirmishers away, and there they do go, retreating back into my side of the map. But looks like I'll be able to get the base runner, my base runner, with an artifact to the extraction zone as well, in addition to Wicked Shifty being able to. Now they are bringing in armored assaults vehicles over here, so these armored assault vehicles are very good against the light units. If I can find one. There we go. Those are nice heavy armored vehicles. So right now I am bringing my forces over around, trying to do a little bit of a backstab on the production line, which I think is over here, and then change this actually to production. So running past the carrier and the armored assaults, and they're going to try and take out some of these salvagers. I'm not sure if it's going, how well this is going to work, because there are plenty of armored assault vehicles coming in, and armored assaults are great at carrying up skimmers. Maybe I'll be able to kill one or two, maybe not. It's looking pretty grim for these sand skimmers. I think they are going to all fall down. Aidan over here has some armored assaults of his own as a Soban, going into some power reserve. Also, nope, not constructing any rails just yet. Iain has a support cruiser over here. Moving out to the second resource location, keeping his carrier in the rear, and then Ian's going to bring some of his assault vehicles over on this side of the map. So we're going to have some action going on here. I'm finally mining from my second wrecked bulkhead.
Salvager online.
Aidan has some rails coming out, positioned up here on the high ground, although this this cliff over here is in the way a little bit. We do have this engagement coming here from the east, I suppose. We'll just pretend it's the east based on our starting location. They're going to come up here, up to this high zone, trying to get this base runner here. But fortunately, my forces are right here, and they'll be able to push them off, but we still have some more armored assault vehicles coming in, so we're going to be some positioning over here on top of this platform here.
New heading set.
And Ian's going to fall back rather than waste his forces on that engagement.
Carrier copies.
Let's see, Wicked Shifty's going for rails. Ian already has rails. No fighters, but is going to upgraded carrier production so that he's able to research 2 at a time. Looks like Wicked already has that.
Railgun operational. Proceed to rally point.
Let's see, I just have basic research done, and as far as units go, and so does Aidan. The coalition players are going to try and take this artifact over here to the extraction zone, and unless Aidan comes in with his army, which is a little bit small and hasn't really been engaged just yet in any engagements, I think this is going to make it to the extraction zone without issues. Meanwhile, I'm bringing up my forces over here on top towards the center to secure this artifact. I have a couple of assault and heavy railguns along with a bunch of armored assault ships, a nice heavily armored force.
Production facilities upgraded. Salvager online.
Yeah, this base runner is going to get there no problem.
Right there.
Wicked is going to come and try and intercept
Carrier copies. Proceed to target site.
my base runner with his carrier by itself, which is probably a little bit of a mistake. So we are going to have some skirmishing over here between the rails of Ian and the armored assaults of Wicked and along with attack vehicles. Good smoke by Wicked, but unfortunately my rails up here are able to get that. His carrier is over here blocking me, so I'm going to fall back on this side of the dune and just start to engage Wicked's forces here. All those armored assaults are going to be cleaned up, and then Ian's going to pull back. Ooh, strike fighters. Strike fighters are going to catch me off guard here. I'm going to force all of my forces to fall back, taking some losses. Ian's still just sitting over here in the back, not really doing anything, so it's 1 versus 2 right now. And my army's taking some serious damage here from the strike fighters. Fortunately, the strike fighters are out, but the rails from Ian are coming up. So I have a nice little bit of a rail duel until my forces are able to get behind the dunes. And then they're just going to find a base runner. That base runner doesn't look like it's going to live long.
Allied craft has been engaged. Provide fire support.
Yep, there it goes.
Allied craft destroyed.
Railgun operational.
Alert. Support trap has been engaged.
Aidan is moving out with some of his rails right now, and Force is going to take out this base runner over here.
Vehicle has been destroyed.
Meanwhile, I'm going to continue to engage, fighting in the center against Ian's army over here. I have a little bit more rails. I think I'm able to get the better of this trade, but once again, those strike fighters coming in. And apparently I had a button on my keyboard that turned down the HUD icons I don't know how to undo that, so I do apologize for that. All of those light attack vehicles are going to be cleaned up by my assault ships, but not before doing some decent damage. Aidan right now bringing in a nice force of Soban railguns along with some armored assault vehicles to protect them from the light attack vehicles over here into Ian's resourcing location, forcing Ian to fall back. Meanwhile, I'm confident enough after winning that attack against Wicked to bring up my base runner over here. I don't really care about this carrier because I have plenty of rails and will be able to force it to fall back, I think. But we still have those strike fighters. I don't think I got missile ships just yet. That's probably still researching. Meanwhile, other side of the map, the rails of Aidan have taken up a nice high ground position and are going to win this battle against Ian's rails.
On our way.
Are going to fall back, the strike fighters being quite dangerous. I do have the research for the missile ships, and they're finally building some, so those will be up in a little bit, protecting my army.
We do not have enough RU.
Looks like Ian's going to win this railgun fight. Perhaps not all of Aidan's rails were in range.
We're clear to proceed.
And then they can't exactly see each other that well. So, going to try once again to get the artifact into the drop-off zones, this time with some missile ships to protect from the strike fighters.
We've detected something. Can you confirm visual?
So we are going to have a little bit of a battle here. In the night, this carrier is going to need to be forced to fall back from all these rails. Strike fighters are going to be shot down out of the sky by the missile ships, but not before doing some damage, forcing me to fall back and taking out a base runner. So that's quite unfortunate.
Coordinates confirmed. Enemy armor on approach.
Aidan has fallen back for the time being, destroys another base runner over here, and then Ian's coming over here to support Wicked. As Wicked now finds himself with a carrier and no strike fighters, so carrier versus rails not going to end very well for the carrier. So in comes Ian to attack me here, trying to defend Wicked right now, who's going to be very close to getting the carrier destroyed. Some nice smoke by Ian just to save the carrier here.
Be ready for contact. Strike craft taking effective fire. Allied craft destroyed. Armor vehicle.
And that carrier is going to escape with next to no help. Look at it smoking in the background. But Ian's forces are going to be able to clear up my forces right now. This carrier over here only at 25% health. So my forces completely damaged by Ian's forces. And I remember in chat right about now telling Aidan that it's time to go, man. And if I recall correctly, Aidan does bring up his force right here, the Soban fleet, cresting the dunes over here. They are going to come charging to the rescue.
Railgun eliminated. Tracking armored craft on approach.
So they have forced me back. I'm falling back up behind the this outcropping here, so I can save what's left of my army from the rails. And then here my assault ships will save my forces from these light attack vehicles. But meanwhile, Soban fleet is moving out. and it is going to come over here on the south, and there is no army over here to defend itself. Everybody's up over here from the coalition forces, out of position, chasing what's left of my forces, which are hiding behind this outcropping, trying to stay alive and preventing a sort of base trade situation over here. So Ian is going to fall back, but his carrier is getting struck by all of the Soban rails. So it looks like it's going to go down. And that's the end for the Ian.
Alert, railgun lost. Alert, salvager destroyed.
Ian still has all his forces though, but if Wicked's carrier is taken out, then it's going to be game. So these Soban rails are going to have a lot coming their way, but they're still going to take out all the income. Not that it matters without the carrier to produce. Ian's not going to be able to produce any more units. And then with my rebuilt forces, I'm going to start coming over this way to just see what's happening. Soban fleet continues to move forward.
We've got hostile on sensors. Confirm visual.
Some light attack vehicles from Wicked coming over. But they might take out some of these missile batteries. Doesn't look like it though. It looks like the combined Soban and Gaalsien fleets will come over here right into Wicked Shifty's carrier. And this should be the end of the game. Ian's fleet over here not able to engage with two fleets. This carrier is going to go down.
Allied forces have dropped an artifact.
And that's game.
All ships fall back.
Well played by Ian and Wicked Shifty. That was a fun 2v2 match. If you enjoyed this replay cast, hit that like button, subscribe, or leave a message in the comments. Feel Authentic, signing out.